Hi, welcome to Sumery P. Today I'm going to share a pantry brownie made with spelt flour. What does a pantry brownie mean? That means it's a recipe that you could just use ingredients in your pantry. You don't have to go out and shop. They're usual or normal ingredients that you probably have in your pantry. We've got butter, sugar, cocoa powder, vanilla, eggs and flour. That's it. The first step, we're going to melt the butter, sugar and cocoa powder in the microwave. And if you're wondering where the recipe is, I'll put the link below in my description. And if you want to jump along the video, you can go to the chapters and get the timestamp and hop along. So let's just pour the cocoa powder in, and I'll have all the measurements above. So I've got my jug here, and I'm just going to my microwave, which is situated over here. Going to check on how that butter is melted under there. I think I might pop it in for another 30 seconds. I think that looks good now. So grab a large bowl. We're going to throw the eggs into the large bowl. And I'm going to just mix them with my handheld beaters. I'm going to pour all this melted mix into there. It looks a little bit thick, but it's going to be fine once I beat it all up together. And you can melt all that on the stovetop, but if you've got a microwave, I just find it's quicker and easier. I'm just going to beat those for a few seconds, not a few seconds, about 30 seconds. Now we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just going to stop and scrape as well. Do another short burst. And then I've got my flour. So I'm using the white spelt flour, 80 grams or half a cup. And last week I made a gluten-free version of this with a gluten-free homemade blend, and they tasted really good as well. You could swap it out for regular flour if that's what you prefer. This brownie recipe doesn't have a lot of flour in it, so it's really forgiving to swap it out for a different flour blend. Let's just give it a quick mix. I'm going to finish the rest off by hand. And before I started filming, I've preheated my oven to 160 degrees C with a fan. That's 180 without. And as usual, I'll pop the other measurements or temperatures above. Look how good that looks. It's come together in less than 10 minutes. I prepared my tin before we started filming, and now we're going to scoop all that out. Just making sure that's all even. Now this is ready to bake. I'm going to do it for only 25 minutes. I've just taken the brownies out of the oven, and I need to let them completely cool before we cut into it. So what I usually do is let it cool on the bench for about 30 minutes to an hour. And if I want to quicken up the cooling down process, I then pop it into the fridge. I just place the tin on a breadboard, put it in the fridge, and then we'll come back and we'll cut it and do a taste test. I just got my brownies out of the fridge, and they're nice and chilled and really easy to cut. We like small pieces, so I'm just going to cut them into some small pieces. And I'm going to take one right out of the centre. I'll do some photographs so you can have a close-up look of it. I think today I could have even cooked it for a little bit less. I probably could have cooked it for like 20 minutes. It's still got that delicious taste, and I find even the next day you get more of a fudgy taste. An easy chocolate brownie to whip up in about 10 minutes, only bakes for about 25 minutes. Straight from your pantry, no fancy ingredients, spelt flour or swap it out for regular flour or gluten-free flour. I hope you've enjoyed my easy pantry brownie today. Let me know in the comments below what you think of it. Don't forget to stick around and pop some other videos up above. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hej då from Sweden.